Welcome back, everybody, to VDRL. This is today the season finale of VDRL Season 2. Everybody, welcome in to this race stream again with me, Ekohor, as the commentator box. And today we have Lusail, or Qatar, as someone would say. This is today's season finale. It's going to be a lot of people in today's race. Almost 17 people, I think 17 people is going to be in this race. So it is going to be a very exciting race. I'm gonna show you these are the standings. Sorry, these are the standings right now. Quota winning this drivers championship last race. You can watch that in this YouTube channel. Quota winning the championship last race. So today we have the constructors championship to watch out for. It is going to be a very hard task for the McLarens if they want to do, because they need to get 1-2 in every single session, and also they need to have the Ferraris DNF. So I don't think it's going to be possible, but it is going to be a possibility that could happen. Today we have I'm gonna show you the driver lineup. We have this lineup today here. It's Thatcher, Justin Maguire, Mavers is not racing today, unfortunately. Mr. Quota, D-Mag, both racing today. Also, the two Astons, which they're both racing also. One of the Alpines are racing, one of the Visa Keshabar Bs, and two of the Kick Saubers. One of them is a rookie, though. We all, of course, we know that in Austria we could see a rookie masterclass with Alex Edge in the Kick Sauber, so it won't be a unrealistic to see another Kicksauber win this race, but it is going to be a hard task because Kota is one of the fastest here. He's, I think, top 600 in the world, with a impressive time of 120.5 in time trial. But it is going to be interesting to see what he can do in the race. So I think we can do a previous interview. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, we already have our previous interviews. Today is Ghost, who's returning from not racing, and also Crash Dash, who's in the Aston Martin today, and Ghost, who's in the Haas, I think. So, hello guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Crash Dash?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Crash Dash today. We already seen some good races from you. Unfortunately, some quite penalties from you, but what do you think of this circuit, and how was the I don't know, practice of this circuit, practicing?
Yeah, it's quite good. I quite like it. It's a bit difficult to drive for me, but I think I'll be all right. I'll try and do my best.
Well, that's good to hear from you. We already seen some good results, as I said before. So good luck on the race for you. Now going into Ghost. Well, you haven't really raced here.
Thanks.
Ghost, you haven't really raced that much this season, but coming back to today's race, what do you think of the circuit and the whole qualifying, the sprint and those things?
Yeah, so it's true I haven't raced for a long time. I was racing actually IRL with karting in Europe, so yeah, that's why I missed so many races. But yeah, I think I really like this circuit. It's definitely not easy. You have to master it very perfectly if you want to win, zero mistakes. And yeah, the tires get destroyed very fast in here. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The sprint is gonna make everything more fun because we can get extra points if you do something bad in qualifying. So yeah, I really hope to get a good result this weekend.
Yeah, so thank you for this previous interviews. This was a little bit a
Yep,
shorter one because we're starting, so yeah, good luck on the race too for you two, Ghost. And now it is a short sprint weekend today. There's going to be a short qualifying with a race that is 10 laps, sprint qualifying with a race that is 10 laps, and then a short actual qualifying for the 29 laps race. This circuit has 16 corners with I mean, very tricky and fast section and corners all around the track. It is 5.4 kilometers, and the race distance is about 150 or 60 kilometers. So it's going to be a lot of driving for the drivers today. The normal times around this lap, I think it's around 120.7 or 8 in the qualifying. Of course, we've seen Quota doing 120.5s in time trial, but that is a very optimal race or track conditions. So I don't think we're gonna see that, but I think a under 120 is achievable for every one of these drivers. Maybe not everyone, but the top drivers can achieve a 120 something around this track. So I think we're starting up right now. It is 13 people is going to attend this race. It is, I think, one of the biggest attendance we had this season. So if anyone wants to join this league and get that attendance up for next season, then you can join in the description below. Just on that Discord link, you can join, as we're, I think, readying up some seconds away from this Grand Prix that's about to start. Of course, it is a very hard thing to do for the McLarens to win the championship, but it is still possible. But I think the Ferraris are gonna come home with the championship. So just wait a minute. I got the info. This is 1 minute till we're ready up. I don't really know why, because it should start at 4 p.m. But oh yeah, we're having some drivers still showing up at the last second. Sorry, I didn't. At the last second. As I said before, this is the final race of the season, where now 15 people is in the lobby. So we still have some drivers who's trying to show up for this race. Well, we're still waiting a little bit. Sorry for the wait, but there's some problems with the drivers sometimes. But it's going to start in just a minute, I swear. It is going to be a long race weekend though. 10 laps of sprint and then almost 30 laps of actual racing. So it is going to be pretty hard for the drivers, I think. But it's definitely going to be okay for everybody here. They already done some races where there are this big of a lap amount. So as now we can go to the lobby which is starting up in just 3, 2, and 1. And we're on the way of this race weekend, or as I would say, race day, because it's Sundays where every one of the races on Sundays, but this is a moment where this is a sprint race, as I said before, and for the new viewers. So yeah, as Lorak said, DMAX said in the chat, join the Discord if you want to drive, and also you can sign up to be a steward or a driver. So it is a great community, great races, and competitive races for everyone of the skier groups. There are racers who are top level like Quota or Mavers or Thanos, but there are some people who are not that fast that maybe could race with the lower level people, which is a good thing to have in a league, in my opinion. Yeah, as so Kale Tolly, who is in the chat right now, is a rookie. It is, and he's also first, so maybe it is a good omen for his side of things, because right now he is first in the before the race starts. I need to do some of the okay, so everybody's waiting still in the pits. What can the rookie Kalle Tolli can do? And coming back to the season, Thanos and also Ghost, which is GXT, I think, they haven't raced this much this season, but we know that they are very fast drivers, and yeah, we're gonna exciting. It's going to be exciting to see what lap times they can do at this interesting track. There are 16 corners, as I said, but most of them are almost fully flat out corners. Like turn, I think 15 is almost fully flat out. Also turn 14, 13, and 12 are definitely fully flat out. There's a DRS checkpoint, or yeah, checkpoint, where it is very far away from the DRS zone. On the main straight, only one DRS zone today, but I mean it is pretty unusual to see that far away a detection zone can be. So as I don't really know what's happening here. Okay, I got the... we are restarting. I got the message that we're restarting. So, yeah, this happened last time. I hope that they don't need another like 5 minutes to start. Quota, if you can hear this, make the lobby as fast as possible, because we are waiting for it, so yeah, just stay put. We are trying to solve the issue that is yeah, sorry for the some unusual things. We are having some problems. As the Ferraris would say, we are checking the problems we are having here. Yeah, this happened last time. I don't know what if Mr. Quota is happening with his Wi-Fi, but yeah. I mean, just stay put. Try to be here. And as I got the info, DMAG's gonna host the lobby, so we are checking, so I got the invite. Okay, I'm going to put this on logo. Okay, for the new viewers watching, this is the last race of the season with Qatar with the sprint race. So it is a longer weekend today, which has the most opportunity for the McLarens to win. Because right now this is the team standings. McLaren have some chances of winning, but it's going to be a hard ask for them, because I mean they are 40 points off the Ferrari boys, and we know that Quota is a very fast driver, but sometimes unluckiness can be very hard for him to do. Or sometimes unluckiness comes his way, and that's I mean not a good thing to do, and to have unlucky spirit and karma. So as we are now going to we are still checking, as the Ferraris would say. We are still checking every single thing. So just wait a little bit. I'm sorry for the inconvenience for everybody. This happened last time around here, but I mean it happened this time too. It is sometimes not really a good thing to have bad internet, right, Quota? So yeah, it is. And here it is I mean pretty unusual things to do, and I mean have with this. But it's going to start in just a minute, when all of the drivers are going to go into the lobby. That's going to open. I mean it's open right now, but the driver still maybe is still in the other lobby. Hopefully not. They're hopefully checking the Discord, which you can join down the description at discord.gg/VDRacing. Okay, I'm not gonna start. You can check out the Discord in the description. As I can see, I mean Ryan is back to VD Racing League. I heard that next season is going to be much better than this season. The host and the owners have some big plans for next season, season 3, I think. So it is. I heard that it's going to be the best season that's ever been in VD Racing League. I'm definitely gonna be here, I think, as a commentator. If you like how I commented and how I'm talking with, I'm trying to interact with chat. If you guys want to write anything into chat, or I'm gonna or any questions about the league, I'm going to answer for you guys. I know the owners myself, not personally, but I chat with him pretty regularly. So if you have any questions about the league, you can just ask me and I will answer from the best of my knowledge. So go check it out. And yeah, you can ask me in the chat. I'm seeing everything. So if we have any questions, put it in the chat. As I said, I'm going to answer. As we're still waiting for the start, I saw that I think 2 minutes until start. So yes. Okay. Well, I know you're Justin Maguire, so I'm not biased in that. I am just a commentator. You can ask me about the league, but not from the drivers. I personally don't have any opinions from the drivers. I have, but in my mind, of course. So I'm not going to say that Justin Maguire, but I mean, every driver is pretty good at this game. So it is. I mean, it is a very good. It's a very good league. Every person can find their opponent at every level. So. Yeah, good luck to every racing driver here today, and just good luck to everybody. Right now, we are starting this race. So okay, now we're in the race again. This time sprint qualifying 12 minutes of just qualifying. As I said before, Kale Tolly is the person who we need to look out for. He's a rookie at Sauber. We already seen some Sauber masterclass before from Alex Edge, but can we see it again? Thanos coming back to the league after a long period of time that he was not racing in. As D-Max is going out for his outlap right now. Little bit of connecting issues maybe. Yeah, a little bit of I think connection issues, as now everybody is going out for their laps, or almost everybody. The other Ferrari has started to. One of the Alpines, I think, Madu is out, D-Max out, Mr. X Sunny is out, Johnny's Ghost, also Quota. Everybody's coming out to the pits every single time. It is good to see this many people attending this race, the final race of the season. The rookie is out. Harry, John, Ghost, Quillis, Mr. Sunny, Medu, Kota, Viak, D-Mac is out of the pit. Only Yestin Boy, Meshu, 7 Earthen and Crash Dash is still in the pit. As we're seeing some, I mean, it is probably to check whether the force feedback is good. Kalitoli is on the inter tires, is not going to stay on that, of course. So, as D-Max is going to start his lap right now, the first runner on this track. Oh yeah, thank you for the thing, Nathan Jones. Yeah, I forgot to get the thing there, as Ryan's here. I don't know why. Yeah, thank you for the info, John. Jones, sorry. Okay. Now Kale Tully is going to start his lap 2 with Quota, who's one of the main runner-ups on this track, has a top 600 time on time trial on here. As D-Max is now on the middle of the circuit, or middle of his lap. Yeah, a little bit connecting issues. I'm sorry for that. But as Kel Tully is, checking his force feedback and things, Thanos is on his lap 2, or is he on his lap? I think, yes, he is on his lap. Ash 13 Mac is on his lap 2, 7 Earthen on his out lap, Crash Dash on his out lap as Demon. He goes fastest yet goes fastest with a 123.2, which is not going to be enough, I think, for nothing really. It is almost 2 seconds off pace, in my opinion, from what I can see in the time trial sessions. As Quota goes fastest on the mediums, which is, I think, pretty good times on the mediums, so 121.9. It's only 2 seconds, as we can see some battling with one of the Astons and one of the Alpines, with Quillis taking second place, provisional second place with a 121.9, but on the soft tires, which is not looking promising for Quillis. Also, John set a lap with a 125.2, not really a best time. Harry with the 124 on the mediums though. Medu 123.6, D-Mag 123.2. So I think D-Mag actually has a chance of being very good here, as Meshu goes third fastest with a 123.2. As you can see, they're almost 1.5 seconds off from Quota and Quillis, which is, as I said before, this league has all of the skier groups of the game. So anyone who wants to join can find their skier group and have some good racing. As now, I think you can see, this is Ghost. Yes, this is Ghost going for his hot lap on the medium tires. He's still in sector 1. Let's see what can he do in sector 1. What is his times going to be, or is it going to be purple sector 1? It is going to be a purple sector 1. Can he beat HRT Mr. Quota's pretty good laps on the mediums, or is he just going to miss out on that provisional pole position, qualifying sprint pole position? We're seeing it in person in the Haas, the American team, only American team on the grid right now, with Viak still on his lap. And I don't know, yeah, Fortunately, Ghost is not going to get impeded as he's finishing his lap, but he's not going to finish this lap because it is invalidated. So it is going to it's not going to be a good for him. It's not going to be the best luck for him right now. He's back in the pits, will try to go for another lap. As Meshu is setting a sector 1, which is almost 3/10 off from his personal best time. Can he? I mean, if he keeps this pace up, he can beat 7 Earthen time, who's in the pits right now. Let's see what he's going to do. As yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here, but they're gonna impede as Meshu is out of the session with his place. That was very concerning for this league, but Meshu is out of the session with a crash on his teammate. He was on the racing line. I don't really know what is going through his head right now, but that was a stupid mistake from John, who is now going back to the pits. As SRT Mac is on his outlap now, and also Pillis on his outlap on the soft tires. He was on the softs, I think. Yes, he was on the softs before. So if he can improve, that's pretty good from him, but Quota is going to improve by a lot because he was on medium tires, but now he's going to go onto the soft tires, or is he? I'm not sure if he's going to try to do another lap. There's only 3 minutes left from sprint qualifying, and also it is just a sprint. He already has the world championship, the championship, so it's not going to matter for him that much. But 7 Earthen will try and go for another lap. On this qualifying SQ1. As Quillis is going to start his lap right now, right here. Let's see from the onboard what he can do and maybe try to improve. He only needs to improve, but he invalidates his lap, and that's not going to be good news for this guy. As I think Thanos is just right behind him, who is going to try to improve his time. I think maybe even beat D-Mac, who is only 1/1000th of a second away. That's a very close gap between those two. He is definitely going to improve by 1/1000th. It's not, but he did invalidate in this lap, so maybe we will try next lap. As I was wrong, Quote is going onto the soft tires, maybe checking out what he can do on the soft tires for the main qualifying, which is after the sprint race, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, and a lot of excitement for the sprint race. Of course, 16 people, which is I think a high for the for season 2. We haven't had this much of an attendance in this league in this season, but for the final race weekend, everybody's coming back and also just doing the race by himself. Thanos retires from the session. Maybe he won't have enough. Yeah, he doesn't have enough time to improve now, but Quota is going to try to improve. Also Quillis and 7 Earthen, they're also, all of them is going to try to improve by about well, Quillis retired from the session. 7 Earthen is still trying to go for that pole position lap, or sprint qualifying sprint pole position lap. Let's see coming up to the 16th corner of the track. What can he do? It's going to be a 122.005, improving by about 1 second, but just not enough to take P2 or even P1 on. So he's going to finish 3rd on the track, as Madu is still on his lap. He's 2/10, almost 3/10 off from his personal best. He can still improve by even more and maybe beat D-Mag and Thanos, sorry. But he did make a mistake just right now, so that's not going to improve his time by that much. As Kelly Tolly has went fastest on the track, 121.2. That's a beautiful lap from him, almost 7 tenths, but Quota beats him just after with 2 tenths left from Cale Tolly. This is the rookie we are going to see in the sprint race. Beautiful lap from him, and also from Mr. Quota. We already know that Mr. Quota can bring some excitement to these races, and some perfect races can be seen from him. But Cale Tolly, I don't know how to say your name, sorry, has brought some competition to Quota. So that's a beautiful lap time from him. He can even be a contender for maybe the race victory. It is a pretty long sprint and also a pretty long normal race. 10 and 29 laps of racing action in the sprint and in the race. So he is a contender for the race victory. And also John going up to 3rd place. So the standings for the sprint qualifying, it's going to be HRT Mr. Quota starting from pole position, Cale Tolly from 2nd, John is going to be starting from 8th position. Quill is back up to 4th because John has a 5th place grid penalty. Ghost in 5th, or 4th, sorry, 7th and 5th. If D-Mag 6th, which is a pretty high, more than a high position from D-Mag than the usual, because he is, I mean, we haven't really seen that performance from him in a while, so it is unusual from him to see, but it is a we know that he is a good driver and a clean driver, for most important. So let's see what we can see from these drivers in the sprint, which is a sunset race. Probably the main race is going to be a normal dark or night race, which is normal for Qatar, of course, but we're gonna see if it's going to rain today. We haven't seen rain in any of the circuits, but as we're starting formation lap right now, Ghost is up there in 4th position, the reserve driver who haven't really raced in this season yet, but he is a very fast driver, as we know from the previous season and from other leagues which I'm in and racing him. So we're gonna see what he can do in this track. Formation lap, everybody's trying to get their temperatures in the perfect window for the race start and get their positions perfectly into the boxes that is laid out on the starting grid. here are the possible strategies. I think everybody's going to go for the no stop strategy because everybody's on the mediums right now. So it's not going to matter. Of course, a sprint doesn't have the requirements of a normal race. You don't have to change tire compounds on this race. I mean, if it's raining, then it's probably the best to do it, but it's not going to be raining in Qatar. It's in the middle of the desert, so I think everybody's going for the no-stop strategy. As we can see, everybody's lining up there, still warming up their tires as much as possible, and gonna line up. But Quillis spins out a little bit at the end. Yeah, those things can happen. Everybody now is going to be in their grid boxes. Crash Dash has set his lap. Is there 3, 4, 5 lights, and it's away we go. There are very quick start from the stewards as Kale Tolly has a beautiful start, closing the window. Quota is, but Kale Tolly is going to go and try to go for the inside. Willis going for the outside of the Sauber. Kale Tolly side by side with Quota. Beautiful start from everybody, no crashing or anything. So as Kale Tolly is still trying to maintain or get his first place in his first race of VDRL. They're still fighting, maybe a little bit of warnings for track limits for Tolly, but they're still side by side with Quota. Side by side with Quota, and they're still going for the whole, going for that first place and trying to fight for first place. As Crash Dash gets already gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but Kay Tolly still going to try to look for that opportunity to maybe overtake the Ferrari in the first place, Mr. Quota. So does Quillis and GXD, which I'm going to put to the leader. Curse is another 3-second time penalty. I don't know what this guy is up with, but he just gets 3-second time penalties like it's nothing. As Tolly is still within 0.3 of a second from the leader, Mr. Quota. It is, as we can see, it is a sprint race, so it's not going to be that much laps of the race, but it is still going to be that much more racing action, I think. It is a hard track though to overtake and to be that close to everybody. Of course, multiple flat out corners, like not what they're coming up to, but the next I don't know, 5 or 6 corners is almost flat out. So GXD is now off. Ghost is now 3rd place, overtaking Quillis. It's a beautiful stuff from him. The comeback on with this guy is amazing. He didn't race this season, as we heard from the go-karting he's doing, but he's coming back even stronger than before. He is now 3rd place from 4th, I think. So he will try to get that podium at the end of this race. He is 1 second off from 1 second. The Squillis goes for the outside, but couldn't keep it there. Maybe tries for the switchback. Not enough of a good exit. But as Kay Tolly is side by side with Quota, going for the first position, going to go for the inside, still side by side through that corner, no contact whatsoever. Now the inside turns to the outside, but it's not going to matter for Keita. He goes for the switchback on Quota, trying to look for that opportunity, but he needs to back out because it is not possible to overtake in these corners. right here, he will have a chance, I think, for the lead position, but not right now. As Kota cannot pull away from him. It looks like a fair competition for him, for Kota. The Ferrari guy, we already saw some impressive racing with mufflers, but I think now Keltoli is going to be another impressive opponent for Kota, as he goes for the outside, which is going to turn for the inside for this corner. Still cannot overtake though. Still side by side, or going very close to each other. That was just an inch away from contact between the Ferrari and the Sauber. Is he going to try for the overtake? No, he will not, but he is going to try for the switchback. But he goes back down and tries not to, but this is very interesting. We can see that Keltoli is going for every single opportunity that he can take. He's going for every single down to the inside, out to the outside, every single where he can do these race or get that P1. It's only lap 4 of a 10 lap race, starting now lap 5, I think, as Crash Dash has crashed. It's in his name though, or spun out at the first corner, as DMAC gets a 3-second time penalty. Also John has a 3-second time penalty too, but Keltoli is going to try to overtake. He goes for the outside of the track, now back to the inside, turning out to the outside, maybe trying for the switchback, but he doesn't have enough pace to do that, as Seven Ayrton has looked on the inside of DMAC, but he covered it off pretty well. Seven Ayrton coming home to P3 not last race, as John is going to try for that pretentious dive bomb onto the inside. Beautiful stuff from him, but it's not going to pay him off very well, as Keltoli has spun out of the race. It's not going to be a good karma on him, but John is still trying to overtake Seven Ayrton, who's now up to 5th place. And also John, the two McLarens now have the opportunity maybe to gain some points to the Ferraris, but I think if this finishes, the race finishes like this, the McLarens will not have a chance of the constructors, as now Ghost is up to 2nd place and looking for 1st place, chasing down Kota one by one. And now up to 3.5, as John is still trying to for that for the overtake, and he converts the DRS opportunity to an overtake and goes up to P5. Now his only chance is to overtake DMAC, maybe, as GXT has been, I think maybe hold back up by a I cannot speak really right now, by a backrunner in the name of Crash Dash, who get lapped right now. But Ghost is still an impressive start of the season for him. I mean, it is the finale, but it's a start for Ghost. I think it's his first race maybe of the season, or his second at most. But right now P2 maybe will get overtaken by Willis, because he doesn't have DRS, will not have DRS. He's outside of 1 second from Mr. Kota, who we just have to say he is one of the best drivers on the grid and on this lap, on this track too. Top 600 of the world, so beautiful thing for him. As as GXT as Ghost going to let Willis, but he knows that it's not worth battling with. They're gonna just lose even more time if he battles with him. But it is they do need to get their preference up, or Ghost needs to get his preferences right. It is the 7th lap of this race, of a 10-lap race, almost the penultimate lap. 3.5 laps away from the end, as Crash Dash has, I think, crashed another time again. Squillis gets a 3-second time penalty, and that's just not a good look on him. 7th taking back 7th position or 6th position, overtaking Meshu back, but still cannot find the opportunity to overtake John for 5th place. He will go up to 5th or even 4th place at the end because of the penalties, but he would, I think, like to win it on track and not off the track. But this is where it all goes down. Ghost going for that overtake. Willis, I think, not going to fight him, knows he has a 3-second time penalty, but maybe as DMAC goes for the inside of Willis and goes for the overtake. They're still side by side as Willis has spun out of the race. Now back to 7th place. There was no contact between those two, and DMAC is maybe will get P4 at the end, or P5 maybe, because Meshu doesn't have any penalties right now. So it is going to be a hard thing to do with DMAC, but if this keeps as it is, I think Ferrari will win the championship if after this race, or will have an even better chance to win at the main race, as Ghost is now very much off quota and getting chased down by DMAC, who is, I mean, not really gaining any time, but well, I just jinxed myself. He is gained a lot of time to Ghost. He's now under 1 second of Ghost. He will have the DRS, he will have ERS too. Will try and go for the overtake. He goes for the inside, but couldn't convert it at the end. Little bit of slip up and maybe an oversteer, as John and 7th is still fighting for the 5th place on track, but not off the track and the end of the race. It is the penultimate round though. 7th wants to finish this on the track and not off the track, as Mesh goes for the sneaky little attack on John. He got the opportunity to go for the side by side, and he converts it and takes 5th place back from John. He would have gained, I think he is going to be, as GXT is now 1st place, as Quota has maybe run off the track or spun from the race. A Ghost is now 1st place with a beautiful comeback from him to the season and the league, now leading the race on the going now onto the final lap, 10th lap of the sprint race. But DMAC still behind him, and also 7th. Squatta is just trying to gain places back as much as possible. He's now 5th place. Okay, sorry, someone has joined again the commentary box. I don't know who is keep doing this, but Ghost is still leading, and Quota now trying to hunt down Meshu at the last lap. But maybe his tires are a little bit off now. I think he spun or went off the track, so his tires must be very, very hot at this point. Maybe a little bit overheating from Quota, but Ghost probably, if it doesn't make any mistakes, gonna win the first race of this weekend, the sprint race. So beautiful comeback from him to the season, and a beautiful start for the race weekend, as Quota is now catching up to Meshu at the final sector of the race. Can he overtake him? We are gonna see what we can do. Meshu goes off track. Quota is going to try for the inside. Meshu not going to get help, as GXT Ghost wins the race, wins the sprint race. 7 Ayrton second, Meshu is third, Quota fourth, and DMAG is closing out the top 5. Beautiful race victory from Ghost, his first race back to the season. So beautiful stuff from him. Unfortunately, Kyle Tully has lost out on P1, but it doesn't matter. He is back up to P8 after that pretty interesting spinning out after battling with Quota a lot of times. So as Meshu is the driver of the day, taking P3 I think at the end, and beautiful stuff from him too. This I mean, doesn't give the chance to that much to the McLaren boys, because John is P6, but it is some points maybe gained for the McLarens. As I'm seeing, they gained 1 point, so it is still possible. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't think it's possible anymore. They gain only 1 point and they're 40 points off, so I mean, it is still possible if both of the Scuderias, DNF, and both of the McLarens go 1 and 2. It is very unlikely though, because we know, as we can see, Ghost is back up to the top of the leaderboard. Also 7 Ayrton is going to try to stop that McLaren victory, constructors victory, and also just both the Ferraris and rookie Sauber. They will all try to stop the McLarens from winning and getting 1-2. As now we are on to qualifying 1, qualifying of the season, of the main race, as Madu is now going out from the pits already. As we can see, F1 back again, and VDRL is back so much better than last time. Everybody's going out to the pits. Ghost is one of the first one out. Also 7 Ayrton, I think. No, Madu is out from the pits, just in front of Ghost. Viak is also out. I think Quota's getting out too. Yeah, oh no, sorry, DMAG went out too. Ghost went out. Everybody's going out from the pits. There's still some people though. Kale Tully, one of the main contenders for pole position, I think right now. Also Thanos is not out of the pits. Quota still in the pits. It's who's John and Meshu. As we know from them, the McLaren boys is like to stay in the pits a little bit more than usual. It is going to be a interesting qualifying, I think. So Ghost, one of the first drivers out on track, is going to start his lap in just a second, warming up his tires still, doing everything he can to get the tires into the temperature he wants to. It's about 80 to 90 degrees. The optimal window for the soft tires is, as he now starts his lap for the main race qualifying. The yellow in sector 3 is probably Crash Dash again, or Harry. Yeah, it was Harry. as he starts his lap 2. Ghost, Quillis, Medu, and Viak start his laps all around the track. Ghost taking purple sector away from I think it's Medu. Yeah, taking the purple sector away from Medu. But this we know that it could be taken away from him too. We know that as we can see from the sprint race, he is one of the fastest drivers right now, as Quota is on his outlap right now. So the other main contender for pole position, Quota, is out right now too. Let's see what Medu's time is going to be. It's going to be a 123 from 3, which is not enough for pole position, definitely. What Ghost can do, it's going to be a 122.2, still a little bit off from the usual, but it is a pretty good lap time. As Viak is going to finish his lap of 125.9 at the end. I think. Sorry, Quillis. Yes, Quillis has invalidated his lap, so it's not going to count towards his qualifying. Crash Dash, Astor Team Mac going up to third place with a 124.3. D-Mac second place, only by about 26 thousandths of a second, which is a pretty good lap time for D-Mac. Not that far away from Ghost, who is first on provisional pole position right now. Oh, sorry, he is pretty far away from Ghost. Yeah, he's about 5 tenths away from Ghost, but it's still under a second, so it's not bad time from D-Mac. As one of the Red Bulls is gonna finish their laps right now. Oh no, sorry, I think he invalidated or maybe started his lap. 7 Ayrton. What's his time's gonna be? It's not going to count. I think he invalidated. No, it was not 7 Ayrton, it was Medu who went out. 7 Ayrton still on his lap. Purple sector 1, beautiful from him. It's taken away. Ghost is purple sector 1. Let's see. As a quota, sorry, I'm going to switch the quota. He invalidated his lap on the mediums, so back to 7 Ayrton, who's still on his lap right now. Alright, Meshu with a 122.1, beating Ghost by about 1/10, and is on provisional pole position right now. The McLaren Wonder Kid is back to provisional pole position, but 7 Ayrton can take that away from him pretty easily. Willis goes second fastest. What is 7 Ayrton's time going to be? It's going to be a 122.0, beating Meshu and taking provisional pole position away from him by about 7 thousandths of a second. So beautiful lap from 7 Ayrton. I think it's still not going to be enough for the pole position, but he can improve that time. As Yestin Boy has set a lap 2, the 124.7, beating 2 other of his opponents. Crash Dash with the 124.0, Medu 123.3. The rest we know. John is on his outlap right now. John on his outlap, on his outlap right now. Quota still in the pits. As Harry sets a 123.5 lap, beating his teammate by about 0.5 a second. That's a lot from a teammate difference. Oh yeah, I just got the message from Quota. It is Ferrari World Constructors Championship. They won it. So now McLaren doesn't have any any kind of chance. They are Constructors Championship. Mr. Quota and DMAG is the champions of VDRL Season 2. Beautiful stuff from them. The whole season showing up consistently, I think, is the key. So, and they done it. They done what they can do. Thanos is on his lap, not on his lap, sorry, he invalidated again. Yeah, it's not really, he's on his enter, so he's trying out the force feedback maybe a little bit. As now Kaylee is on his, going to start his lap right now. This is one of the other pole position contenders of this race, or this qualifying, sorry. So let's see what can he do and what time he can do to get that provisional, or like yeah, the timetable for Quota to beat. Let's see what his first sector is going to be. Is it going to be purple? Yes, it will, taking away from 7 Earth's purple sector, probably purple sector 1 for the rookie Kaylee Tolley in the Sauber. Now Quota is on his outlap right now, so it is a lot of pressure on the Kick Sauber's shoulders to try to beat 8 Quota. Purple sector 2 as well. Can he keep that momentum and go straight to purple sector 3 too? We hope that John will not impede him, but he will. John will impede Kaylee Tolley a little bit there. That's not really a good side from John, but Kaylee Tolley still goes 21 or 121.3. Beautiful left from him, as I don't know what John's doing literally in every single race. He's impeding left and right. He is I mean, he is on the controller, so that might be a crucial factor for him, but I don't know. I'm not really sure about this guy's qualifying ability to keep it clean. But now he's on his lap. Let's see what he can do. But that's a very impressive lap from the Sauber, coming to provisional pole position right now. Is Quota going to beat this time? I think so. Purple sector 1. He is doing amazing, as we usually see it from him. Probably not going to get impeded like Kaylee Tolley, but it is going to be interesting to see what his time is going to be, and maybe get a point where Kaylee Tolley can decide if he wants to try for another lap, or if he not going to try for anything anymore and retire from the session maybe. But still 7 minutes, as John goes seconds fastest with a 122.030 at the end. Now last corner for Mr. Quota. What's his time's gonna be? As we're going now for the not the checkered, but it's going to be a 121.0, 3/10 faster than Kaylee Tolley's. Can the Sauber improve by that much? Not really sure about that. As Thanos is going to go for another lap of the qualifying. He couldn't set a lap. His previous attempt he invalidated, but can he do it now? A little bit of tire scratching we can hear back there. Not invalidating still. This was the crucial corners where he invalidated mostly on his lap. Is he going to finish this lap and not invalidate, or is he going to push so hard that it's going to be another invalidated lap? We're gonna see. Little bit missing the apex there. It's not going to matter. Still pushing as hard as he can. Let's see what his second sector can be. It's going to be purple sector 2 as well. Sorry, I'm going to enable the tires or the sectors if you want, not invalidating the last corner. Coming up to the last corner, let's see what he can do. Gets impeded by John. That guy doesn't know what he's doing and gets no amount of laps in. John is definitely getting a penalty for that. It is unbelievable what he's doing. That shouldn't be allowed right here. But Meshu is going for his lap 2 as he invalidates. So I'm not going to say anything about that. As now he is going to try for another lap and maybe try to get provisional second place on this race. He definitely will not get P1. I mean, it's I think not possible. He can improve by 9/10, but it's going to be very hard ask from him. We know that he is a fast qualifying, but we also know that he's faster on the races mostly than the qualifyings. As John, his teammate, is in the pits right now. Someone has gone off the track. Well, yeah, the Red Bulls and the Mercedes are off, but they are letting Meshu by, so that's a pretty good look on the league right there. I mean, just don't look at what John R64 is doing. He's not really the best qualifier of this league. As I said before, he's also on controllers. Meshu, I mean, improving by a half a dance, but that's not going to be enough for provisional P2. Let's see if you find even more time on sector 3, coming up to the last corner. What his time is going to be? It's going to be a 121.885, just improving by a little bit and maybe setting more foot in P3 and stabilizing that P3 even a little bit more. You gotta try what you gotta try. If you don't try, then you're not a racing driver. Really. So Meshu has improved by 15,000, but it is a good try from him. Almost 3 minutes remaining now, as Quota and Tolly is still in the pit. Now Thanos is going out, I think. No, Quillis is going out, sorry. Sorry for the lags a little bit. I don't know what's really going on with the servers right now. As Quota is still in the pits, D-Max going out. Madu doing his lap right now. He's not going to improve though. It's not looking good for him, really. As Crash Dash Harry is starting his lap right now. Crash Dash starting his lap too, or is in his lap too. 7 Urton, maybe even more, trying to improve even more. That he's only 5/10 away from provisional 4th place, so it is going to be not going to be that hard for him to do. We know that he is faster than, I think, John and a lot of driver on the grid. He is one of the fastest in the qualifying. Gets a purple sector 1. Beautiful from him. Let's see if he can keep that momentum and keep that times going to second sector, hitting the apexes, using all of the curves, as you can see right here. Purple second sector, improving by 2.95 tenths, almost 3 tenths off from his time. So is he going to even get maybe P3 coming up to the last corner right now? Let's see what his time's gonna be. It's going to be a around 121, 121.84, just overtaking Meshu by about 400 of a second. As Quota and Toili is also out on their out laps. Seven Ayrton has done a miracle. I mean, not a miracle, but a beautiful lap on his qualifying. So, P3, provisional P3, as John is on his lap though, trying to get the P3 maybe away from Seven Ayrton, but he got what he done to other drivers. He got impeded a little bit by Harry. I think Harry, or maybe Crash Dash, I'm not sure. One of the Aston Martins. As Quota is on his lap now. Also, Kate Tolley. Let's see what Quota's first sector is gonna be. He's not improving, but he also holds the provisional pole by about 3/10, so it's not unusual to see him not improving. Sorry for that. Can he improve in the second sector though? Coming up to the end of the second sector, John has retired from the session. Quillis P3 at the end of the checkered flag. P3 Quota improving by 300ths of a second, but what can Kate Tolley do? I'm not sure what he improved by. Yeah, but he invalidates the lap, so it's over for Kate Tolley. He gets P2 at the end. Or is Seven Ayrton gonna try? No, he will not. Quota with the fastest lap of 120.8. Beautiful lap from him, only 3/10 away from his time trial time. That I cannot even do that in time trial. That's why I'm a commentator in this league, of course. So a 120.8, beautiful lap from Mr. Quota, one of the fastest drivers, or not the, if not the fastest drivers of the league, beating Kate Tolley by a margin, a lot of beating Kate Tolley by about a half a second, and Quillis by 9/10. There is big gaps in the from the first place, but I mean, this is what a HRT driver can do, as we can see from the Mothers too. I don't know what they're giving the drivers in HRT too, but it's a beautiful lap from him. So P1, Mr. Quota starting in pole position. Kate Tolley is the rookie starting second place. Quillis P3, Seven Ayrton is P4, Mershu P5, John with a lot of impeding, starting P6, Thanos P7, Ghost is P8, but we also saw his race pace. Medu P9 and D-Mac closing out the top 10. It is 16 drivers on the grid right now, and a 29 lap race going for the second, the finale of VDRL. Let's see what these guys can do at the end. As we're waiting for the players to choose their strategies and try. Everybody's on the medium tires. Oh, 17 people. Oh, that's a career high, I think, for VDRL. 17 people, all of them on the mediums. Beautiful stuff. The other Red Bull has joined too, as now we're going for the formation lap. Everybody, as I said before, trying to get their temperatures up as much as possible. And we already see a spinning car at the back. I think Ghost, yeah, a Ghost spun at the start of the formation lap, but it's not going to matter, I think, at all. It's okay. Everybody makes some mistakes sometimes. As still everybody is warming up their tires as much as possible. they have to warm up the tires very much because the mediums have a not a very good tire temperature window, as Kate, Tolly, Quillis and also Ghost has been set back to the grid. They're not disqualified, nobody worry. They are just set back to the grid because of maybe some reckless driving or going out of the track. So they are still gonna race, just not with hot tires and good temperature tires. They are got set back on the grid. So I mean, it is what it is. It's not, doesn't really matter. As now we are coming up to the race start, going for the last corner of the formation lap. Qatar is starting pole position as he did on the sprint race. Kate Tolly, I think it's almost the same as the sprint race. Kate Tolly starting P2 and Quillis P3, just as the sprint race. Everybody now lining up on their grid boxes. John P6, Meshu P5, Thanos P7, also Ghost P8, who, I mean, he didn't race that much this season. I think, as I said, 2 races. As we're starting race 3, 4 and 5 lights, and we're on the way. Qatar gets a good start, and so does Toily, but Quillis gets a better start. 3 wide into the first corner. There's 2 Sauber goes comes out very fast. There's some people driving off in the distance, but Qatar already getting a lead by about 3 tenths, and from Kate Tully, who is, I mean, catching back up to Qatar. Also Phillies third, fourth 7 Earth, Meshu still P5 and John still P6, but Thanos has lost back to 8th place as Harry overtakes him. As Mando gets a 3-second time penalty, but he's already, I think, crashed out, maybe crash dash P17, as Ghost has gone back or gone down to P11, and D-Mag up to P9, as there's already a 1 second gap between Kate Tully and Quillis. Kate Tully trying to get that P1, as he is a rookie and trying to show what he can do. He spun out in the sprint race, but he can always prove in the normal race. As Crasher gets a 3-second time, but that doesn't matter. Mr. Quota goes fastest, gets fastest lap of the race. D-Mag going P8, still side by side with Thanos, but he is going to convert that slipstream to a P8 right now of this race. Yeah, Kate Tully is still trying to fight for that P1, only 2 tenths away from Quota in every single lap. He is close as possible. Also 7 Earthton still keeping that P4 away from Meshu and John, who now knows that they don't have the chance of Constructors Championship, but they will still try everything they can to maybe get the good results for the team. John is leaving McLaren, so it is not unusual to see maybe the drivers who are retiring from the team not trying that hard, but I think John is trying the best he can, and also Meshu closely following 7 Earth, so does Toily to Quota. And I'm just going to call him Kelly. Call her or him, I'm sure. The Squillis goes fastest, gets the fastest lap. Quota gonna let Kelly go by. He doesn't want to fight. He is not the type of guy who fights in these type of situations. He knows that Quillis is very close behind them, only by 2 or 3 tenths sometimes. So if they fight and maybe get a crash, Quillis gets the opportunity to overtake them both and take the front race. As Thanos has spun out of the race and now goes back to goes down to P15 D-Mag, and Ghost fighting for the P8 position, but Ghost comes back and goes P8 yet. D-Mag will still try to maybe get back up to P8. It is going to be hard with Ghost, who is a very fast driver. He is a go-kart driver, so he will have some experience of driving in real life and in the simulator too. But D-Max holding with him. Stolly, Kelly is still managing to keep that first place and not get beaten by Quota. But now Quota goes side by side with him and overtakes him pretty easily for the lead of the race. Quillis now dropping back down a little bit, one by one, as we can see Crash Dash getting lapped by Ghost and D-Mag. Thanos has retired from the session. He thinks that he cannot come back from 15th place, so he has DNF'd and retired from the session. First race back for him, but he's not going to finish this race. Crash Dash maybe holding back D-Mag a little bit, who is now P9, trying to overtake Crash Dash, lap him. Crash Dash gets the blue flag and he lets him by, but not just after, as Ghost has gone down to P9, probably a spin or went off the track. Smasher gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's not really a best thing to get at this time of the race. It's only only lap 5, so it's not the best things. As Kelly Tolly is going to go for that inside line. They're still side by side of this race through turn 1 and 2. But Kelly Tolly has backed out of this race, or is he? Did she or he? I'm not sure. Goes for the inside on or looking for the inside, but doesn't find the opportunity to overtake. Squillis has gone up or gained some time to them from those fightings. Mashu is now 8 tenths away from Quillis. Still gonna have DRS, so it doesn't matter for him. 7th place for D-Mag, chasing down John, but he's not really gaining any time from him. As we can see, Crash Dash getting beaten again by Quota, getting lapped again from them, so it is not really a good thing to see. Or sorry, that was not a lapping from D-Mag, that was an overtake on Harry, as Kelly Tolly has gone for the overtake, but they're still side by side through the first corner, second corner. Quillis looking for the opportunity. They're almost 3 wide through the whole first sector, but now they're older back up as Mashu goes P4, P5 for John, and 7 goes down to 6th place. Quillis is still within 2 tenths of Kelly. Still holding Quota is holding down Kelly and not letting him, letting her or him gain that first place. As Crash Dash gets another 3-second time penalty of this race. I mean, Crash Dash, we had an interview with him in the first, before the race. He said he doesn't like the track, and it's, I mean, coming through, he's getting too much penalties, I think, for this league. It doesn't really, we see that many people are getting 3-second time penalties, as now Quillis is going to try for that overtake. Also Kate Tolley going for the inside of Quota. Kelly Tolley, sorry. Kelly Tolley still side by side with Quota, chasing down the P1 and trying to get the P1. Now just don't mess up. He's probably saying that to himself or herself. Still side by side through the her sector, little bit of contact between those two. Now Quillis gets the opportunity, goes side by side with Kelly, but Kelly is going to try and overtake Quota. Beautiful fighting from these three for the first place. Quillis now has the opportunity to maybe jump and maybe get that opportunity like a tiger, like a champion, like a winner, as the McLarens would say. As Meshu, Quillis has gone off the track and gets beaten by 7 Ayrton, Meshu and John going P3, overtaking both Quillis and Meshu. Now is on to P3 of the at the race, sorry. Meshu up to P4, 7 Ayrton up to P5. Meshu has the penalty though. Now going to try to overtake his teammate. Is going to have the opportunity and gets it done. But these guys are still side by side, or was side by side through the first corners and second corners. Toily still trying to get a P1, but it's not looking good for him. Quota closing every single door he can, but Kelly goes for the switchback, or tries to go for the switchback. It's not going to work out for him though. It is still a P1 for Mr. Quota. I think he has led most of the laps of this race. So it is a pretty good race for him, as it's usual for him to get a good race. As John has got a 3-second time penalty. Also New JS gets another it's another 3-second time penalty. I think Red Bull's not looking good, I think will not gain any points neither. As now Kelly is going to go for the overtake again. He or she is trying to go for the overtake in turn 1, 2 and maybe even 3, but sometimes it doesn't work out, and it's not going to work out right now neither. Still second place. Meshu closely following them behind. Also 7 Ayrton and Quillis has almost spun out, but saving the car. Little bit of contact between him and 7 Ayrton, and now he is off by a second, I think, from 7 Ayrton, or maybe he's not. He's catching back up to the Alpine, as 7 Ayrton and Quillis still have to keep in mind that both of the McLarens have a 3-second time penalty. So if they just don't crash for the rest of the race, they can get that P3 and P4 at the end of the race. But of course Quillis will want to get that podium at the final race, but he will not. He gets a 3-second time penalty, as 7 Ayrton still doesn't. Now Quillis has to push like hell to maybe try to overtake John and Meshu to get that P4 at the end, as Kelly Tully has overtake Quota for the lead. Quota will maybe try to fight, goes for the switchback. Doesn't work out really. His corner exit wasn't that fast right now, so it's not gonna work out for him at the end. As there is a yellow sector in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2 again from Crash Dash. Not sure what he is doing. Little bit of oversteer from Kelly Tully. Kelly Tully, I'm not sure how to say. I'm gonna just call him this kick. Or the kick. The kick Sauber. Still leading the race by about that margin that Quota had at the end of the last lap. Still leading. Of course, we already saw some attempts from him or her at almost every lap into the first corner, but now Quota will need to do try a attempt on overtaking her or he. But he will have DRS, he will have ERS, he will have everything in his power to do slipstream, everything, and it's going to be an easy overtake before even the first corner. Meshu still keeping the third place for himself and not letting John by. Also, John got another 3-second time penalty, so it's not going to be good news for him. As Viak has overtook Mr. Sani for a P10. Of course, this is better for the points, but it's only better for the points if Mr. Sunny gets a 3-second time penalty too, as I'm going to see how many time penalties does Viak have. He has 6 seconds of time penalties. This is a battle for P10 on track, but not off the track. If this stays right here, as does here, Mr. Sunny will get his first points in VDRL, I think. Skota is still leading, now by about half a second from Kelly. As now we have the first pit. John is going out, going to the pit, changing his tires for I don't know what kind of tires, but it is going to be hard tires for John. Quillis is also in the pit, his own hard tires too. It's of course not really an option, as they go side by side again for the lead, going through turn 1, 2 and 3, still side by side, I think. Yes, they are. Now Quota backs out a little bit from this battle. Oh, there's a big drift from Kelly, but keeps it on the track and not letting Quota by. A beautiful save from Kelly there. An understatement is that it was beautiful. It was amazing. So 7 Earthton is now up to P4, of course, because John has pitted. Via gets another 3-second time penalty. I don't know what Crash Dash is doing. He is on the wet tires, so it's I mean, it's not really his race, as they're both going out to the pit, except Quota. Meshu, Toily and 7 Earthton are all of them going out for the pit. Let's see what kind of I think they're all of them going to go for the hard tires, but Meshu overtakes Toily. Beautiful stuff from Meshu, overtaking Toily in the pit. Maybe that was a dangerous exit, but it doesn't matter in the game. Toily getting beaten by Meshu in the pits. That was a normal kick Sauber and usual Kick-Sauber pit stop. So yeah, and that was a fast pit stop from the McLaren's pit crew. Meshu overtaking Kelly, but Kelly now already fighting back and overtaking Meshu back to the second place, 4nd place, sorry. Almost a beautiful strategy from Meshu and a beautiful job from the pit crew, but Kelly is just faster than him. I think she could be a woman driver. I'm not sure if she is, but Kota goes for the pit. Madhu gets a 10-second time penalty as Madhu has retired from the session. Doesn't matter right now for him. Kota going for the hard tires too. Let's see, is Kelly going to overtake him? Maybe get that undercut on Kota. Kota is now at the pit exit. Of course, Kelly will have the tire temperature that he needs, that she needs or he needs, as Meshu goes for the inside and tries to overtake, but it doesn't work out for him. Neither does the strategy for Kelly not working out. He is still P2 in the race. Still 15 laps or 16 laps of racing remaining, as the front of the grid is very close to each other. Everyone has gone to the pits right now. Ghost gets a 3-second time penalty. So now Kelly has the opportunity to maybe overtake Quota on these good tires, which are in the window of operating window, the perfect operating window, I think. As we can see here, the position changes. Meshu gaining 2 places, beautiful stuff from him. 7 and Ayrton losing 1, but gonna gain 2 places at the end, probably from the penalties. Everybody almost has a penalty except 7 Ayrton and the front 2 drivers. As now Kelly has the DRS, goes and Kota tries for the switchback. Heck, still side by side, another switchback on Kaylee, but it's not working for Quota. Kaylee closing the window, it's not closing enough, as John is overtaking his teammate Meshu up to 3rd place. Now Viak is retired from the session. Kaylee, John overtaking Quota, and still side by side with Quota. It is hard to keep it clean in this chaos, but overtaking Quota, going up to 2nd place. John, beautiful stuff from him, looking out for that opportunity and taking that opportunity as much as he can. Beautiful racing from John, while he's not impeding anyone here, or if he was, wouldn't matter, because it is a race. He went off the track though, because so it might be another warning for him, as we have Crash Dash again here at the back of the grid, going to get lapped another time, as John goes for the overtake, and he does it. He's now up to P1 with 9 seconds of penalties, but up to P1 on the track. Now Kelly just only has to maybe keep that P2 for the end of the race, or still the end of the race, and not let Quota pass, and also not get any penalties. But he or she is going to try to overtake on track and not off the track. John still leading the pack by not much at all, as Harry gets a 3-second time penalty, but doesn't matter for us right here. Kelly still trying as Meshu going for the outside of Quota, but Quillis gets the opportunity and takes it, overtaking Meshu at almost the end of the sector, or at the end of sector 2. Now Kelly has overtook John for the lead. He now has the opportunity to maybe get away from John and Quota as much as possible. John and Quota, both of them have the DRS. Also Kelly has DRS, but John goes for the inside. Big sand. Mark Webber-esque sand, or Daniel Ricciardo sand. So he now up to first place again. But is he going to keep it there? Kelly goes for the inside and closing the window for Quota for an inside overtake. Goes for the outside of John. A little bit of bumping from Quota to John. John, there's almost 3 wide. Still contact between those between Kelly and Quota. Quota has now gets pushed down to P5. Oh no, sorry, P4. Almost goes into the gravel, goes P6. That's going to be, I think, some penalties may be sent out, as Keltoli has got a 3-second time penalty. This brings Seven Earthen the chance to win the race, maybe, and get that first place, but Quota is just right behind him, looking for that opportunity to overtake and to take him out of the chances of victory. Seven Earthen bringing a beautiful place, but now he gets overtaken by Quota, as Kelly is still Kelly or Kale, I'm not sure. Kale still gets very overtaky on the track. I don't think this is still a real race, because John has much more penalties than him or her. Scholes gets another 3-second time penalty. Now Kelly looking for that opportunity to maybe overtake on track and not off the track. But now Quota is up to 4th place. He has a straight through chance of victory again, as John is still leading the pack, but it's not going to be, as Meshu goes for the outside, or looking for the outside of Quota. It's not going to have a chance though. He's very close. They are very close behind. The first 5 or first 6 are very close behind each other. They all have penalties though, or most of them has penalties. So if this goes until the end of the race, Seven Earthen could get a P2 finish at the end, which would be the best finish of this season for him, I think. He got P3 at Brazil, but now he gets the chance to get P2 at Qatar. Sorry, I was drinking a little bit. So now Quota is up to 2nd place, overtaking Kelly. Meshu gets another 3-second time penalty. It's not really good news for him, as we're gonna see how much penalties does each driver have. John has a 9-second time penalty. Kelly only has a 3. Only, as I say, that Seven Earthen doesn't have any penalties, as Quota goes for the late lunge on John and overtakes him pretty easily. Up to 1st place Quota goes. Seven Earthen still 6th, but just wait, he just needs to wait and keep it on the track. Still the end of the race, which is all, of course, 10 laps still till the end of the race, but it's still a possible chance for him to get P2 and the best finish of his season. Okay, so as now John has overtook quarterback, as I don't really see a lot of, yeah, I'm not really seeing any more action at the back, but Quota goes for the, tries to go for the overtake. Kelly pushes him off a little bit, but it's not going to, I mean, Kelly gets the overtake done on Quota. It's not going to matter though off the track, because Quota still doesn't have any penalties whatsoever. He is keeping it on track very beautifully. Squillis now gets another 3-second time penalty. Gives the chance to Meshu to get, I think, 3rd place. Not 3rd, maybe 4th place. Seven Urton is still up to, is still in 6th place with not a lot of time between these 6 people. I think I'm gonna see to the leader. Yeah, only 1.4 seconds from the 1st place to 6th place. It's not going to matter at the. It's going to matter at the end with the penalties and everything. So, Seven Urton also has the chance to maybe get the 3-second time penalty, still get P3, but if it doesn't, he will get P2 as Meshu goes and almost spawns out at lap 21. As a Quota has been pushed off or maybe made a mistake, and now is down to 7th place, going through the gravel. This is heartbreaking for him. Kate Tully up to 1st place, and now Seven Urton has much better chances of victory. Again, up to 5th place is, and still doesn't have any penalties whatsoever. Quota now down to 7th and 2.6 seconds away from 6th place. It's going to be pretty hard to get that overtake done. John up to 1st place again. Sorry for the little lag. John up to 1st place again. Quota, I mean, catching goes by margins of a time. I think he will still have the chance to maybe get 1st place, but he still needs to overtake. Scratches was disqualified session, that doesn't matter. Still needs to pass Ghost and also catch Seven Urton. Squillis gone off the track, resetted the track, and now down to 7th place. Quota still needs to get through Ghost and Seven Urton, needs to catch up to Seven Urton, and also just get through him too. Seven Urton could win his 2nd ever victory in VDRL, get his 2nd ever victory if he just keeps it on track and gets and doesn't mess up one bit. He has probably the best chances right now to make history and get himself in the multiple winner books of VDRL. What a beautiful race from him at the moment, as Ghost is going to let Quota by pretty easily. But now Quota has his main objective set to him to catch up to Seven Urton. Is about 2.5 seconds away, but we already see Kelly has gone down to P7, already maybe P8 even. Quota up to P3, Seven Urton up to P2, and Meshu up to P1 with a 6-second time penalty. Quota putting in fastest sectors, purple sector 1, Seven Earton still just needs to maybe not let Quota catch up to him that fast, and Meshu, and also if Quota does catch up, which will happen I think within about 5 laps, maybe not, I think will happen about maybe about 5 laps, yeah. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't let him by any way possible. Quota gaining about 5/10 per half lap, so it's going to be very possible from him to win this race. He's putting in purple sector. Some of the drivers couldn't even put that much put that time up in the qualifying. Seven Earton goes for the lead and tries to win this race and win a race in the league once again. As now we're going for the 24th lap of the race. Quota, I think, catching by about 2/10 per corner, which there are a lot of this lap and this track. Quota now up to 1.1 seconds to Meshu, trying to go back down to below 1 second, and he does. Now he will have DRS at the main straight, which will give him a lot of opportunities to overtake Meshu, and then Seven Earton, as Willis is battling with John. John pushing him off the track. We're gonna see after the race what penalties that will give John at the end. Meshu gets another 3-second time penalty, but Quota overtakes him and now goes for Seven Earton's lead, going for the lap 25 of the race. We of course know that Mr. Quota, he is faster than Seven Earton by a margin of margin, but I mean Seven Earton, if he can just keep it on track and not get any penalties, and maybe hope for Quota to get penalties, then he can just win the race by slowly, and not slowly but surely driving and keeping it on track. I don't know who's in the chat, Mr. Boost, I don't know who that is, but thank you. Now Quota is only 2/10 away from Seven Earton, who's, I mean, trying to keep it away, keep the position away from Quota. He won in Singapore last year, or last season. Can he win in Qatar too? He is holding Quota back a little bit, but I think not enough, because Quota is now 1.9 tenths away from him, and will have DRS. He's going to have ERS, DRS. He's flat out on, of course, and takes first position very easily. Now let's see if Seven Earton can still get that P1 maybe at the end of the race. If he just keeps it in DRS, then he can maybe try to overtake Quota back again. But Quota is putting up sectors after sectors, purple after purple, as Quillis is now trying to get John, trying to overtake John again, ghosting through his car a little bit. As John, that's a very dirty move from John. That's not going to be a good thing, as Quillis lets John by. I think maybe that was an illegal overtake, but John will definitely have even more penalties than right here. He has 18 seconds right now, but after the race, for impeding in qualifying and also for the race, he will have much more, as now Seven Earton unfortunately has gone out of the DRS window, will not have DRS, and that's Quota just keeping it true and keeping it true to himself, winning almost all of the races, just like last season. So this is one of the, most perfect races of his career. I think he went back down to 7th place, or one of his best comebacks of his career. He went back down to, I think, 7th or 8th place, down to P7, and now he has come back to 1st place, and just now almost 2-second lead to Seven Earthen. Beautiful stuff from him. This is the gentleman who almost beat Mothers, but just missed out and won the championship, but also winning the championship at the last race, Spa. So this is just beautiful to see, as now we are gonna go on to the penultimate round, penultimate lap of the race. Now just one corner till the penultimate lap. Beautiful stop. Seven Earthen, I think will definitely. Ghost is now up to P3, starting from about P10, I think, or P9. He's up to 3rd place and chasing down Seven Earthen, but he still, of course, has the penalties. Ghost has the penalties. So does Meshu and Quillis, but Ghost is gained 6 places from the start of the race. He started from P8, now he's up to P2, he can drop back down to P3, as there's a yellow flag in sector 1, that's not gonna matter for anyone. Quota still leading by about 3 seconds, Squillis gets another 3-second time penalty. Penalties, yeah, Meshu. Ghost can come home to P3 at his first one of his first races of VDRL back to the season. So it is going to be a final lap for Quota, with just one corner remaining from his final lap. He does started the final lap of the race, and now we are just watching Seven Earthen and Ghost battling it out on track. Maybe not. Seven Earthen will not have the title put on him that he is the penalty warrior. Maybe he will fight on track and not let Ghost or anyone take that away from him. And Meshu goes for the inside of Seven Earthen. That's a beautiful move from Meshu, but he does have 9 seconds of time penalties. Seven Earthen doesn't really, I think, need to do anything right now. He just needs to keep it on track, not spin out or anything. He just needs to drive perfectly, which he is doing right now. Meshu still battling for theoretical 2nd place on the track, but Ghost, I think, will have the 3rd place at the end. As now we can see the man, the Lithuanian, the magic of VDRL, the creator of VDRL and Season 2, and what is going on? He gone off the track at the last race, but he will still win the Qatar GP, both winning the sprint race and also the main race. Seven Earthen coming home to 2nd place, his best finish of the season. DMAC 5th, Quillis is 6th, John P7, Harry P8, or still Harry needs to cross the finish line. Is John gonna get demoted to P? Yeah, John will get demoted to P8. So Quota, this man, the Lithuanian, the creator, the host, sometimes the host, today not the host, but the wrong internet and the bad internet, host of VDRL. The graphics you see on screen, the creator of that, and also just the whole league creator winning the race again. Beautiful stuff from him, going back down after a mistake, going back down to P7, then fighting his way back through to P1 and winning the sprint and the rain race with both pole position. That could be counted almost as a Grand Slam, winning everything he could, getting pole position left and right. Beautiful race victory from him. What an absolute beautiful from the Lithuanian. He is showing his flag as he should. As Ghost, the other Lithuanian, coming home to P3 after a long season of not racing. He came home to P3 at the end, driving almost perfectly, getting some penalties, but not spinning out at all at none of the corners. So the two Lithuanians on the podium and Seven Urton finishing P2, the best sorry, let me get my thoughts up. The best finish of, oh sorry, Quota didn't win the sprint, but he won the main race. Ghost getting first place in the sprint, Seven Urton and then Meshu closing out the P3 top 3 on the sprint, and then Quota, Seven Urton and Ghost closing out top 3 on the main race. So it was a beautiful race from these guys. Now on to the interviews. I think 1 second, I'm gonna wait a little bit till everyone joins, maybe just 1 minute. We're gonna wait a little, just some time. I got sorry, Seven Urton, it was his second P2, not his first. I'm not, yeah, probably. I'm sorry for the well, not checking that good. Wait, was it your second P2? I mean, I meant in this season, not all time. I know that you won a race. I don't really see you. Oh yeah, the first race you were second. Okay, sorry for that, Seven Urton. So now on to the interviews. I'm gonna start with Quota. Quota, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So beautiful race from you and also the whole team. You guys won the constructors after the sprint. What is your thoughts on like the sprint and the main race? Of course, you came home on the sprint to P4, but then you won the main race. So, what is your thoughts on the whole weekend?
Yeah, I mean, wonderful quality pace. Got both poles. In the sprint, yeah, I was like 3 second gap in P1, but yeah, I got a bit too throttle happy and went into the gravel. But yeah, it was a alright sprint. You know, we sealed the constructor, so happy with that. Then in the main race, oh man, that was a hell of a race, bro. We were like battling all the time, and I had absolutely crazy pace. I felt like all of them were holding me back. Like, uh, we were full battling. I somehow overcutted them. Like, I just, and then look, we were full battling. Yeah, this guy, I spun. Yeah, and then I dropped to P7, and I went like I full like gained 6 seconds of through pace in a couple laps and got back, and then I was just I almost actually lost the win because I started celebrating too early and went into the gravel. But yeah, good weekend, crazy pace, and thanks to everyone who participated. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very good race from you. So congratulations, and I mean, we see you next season.
Yeah. Thanks you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now on to Seven Earthton. I'm sorry for the mistakes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm of course sorry for the. I didn't know. Didn't remember that you went P2. But a beautiful race from you, not gaining any penalties, and that means that you came home to P2. So, what is your thoughts on the whole race weekend, on also the sprint and the main race?
Yeah, both of them I just kept clean in the sprint. I was a bit slower, I think, and also the first stint of the race, after the pit stop when everyone was just fighting, I just let everyone pass and just let them fight, and it was very fun to watch. Because they were like 5 wide for like 10 laps in a row, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean that you guys were very close to I mean the first 6 people were, I think, 1.4 seconds within 1.4 seconds of each other. So it was a beautiful race from you too, and for you too also congratulations.
Thank you.
Now on to Ghost. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you came home to P3 at the end. So beautiful stuff from you too. What is your thoughts on the sprint that you won and the whole race weekend, and how does it feel going back to VDRL?
I mean, coming back to VDRL and having such a strong start, and also best way I think to end the season for me. Won the sprint, but was beautiful. And after the race, I had some incidents during the starts, but yeah, in the end, I'm very happy with the results. I want to thank you, Quota, for helping me, and yeah, I'm loving this league, and thank you for everyone participating. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, beautiful victory from you on the sprint and the P3 on the main race. That's not really much. That's not really more that you can ask for a first race back. So
Yeah,
congratulations to you too.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye.
Okay, now I think on to DMAG, who came home to P5, I believe. Can you hear me? DMAG? I cannot hear you, unfortunately.
Sorry. Yeah, hello.
Okay, now I can hear you. So yeah, you guys, after the sprint, you guys won the constructors, which congratulations for that. And yeah, you came home to P5 at the main race. So beautiful stuff from you two. What is your thoughts from you two, the whole sprint weekend and qualifyings and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I had pace in sprint qualifying and the sprint, but obviously the track limits got the best of me and picked up a couple of penalties, so that didn't happen. But yeah, we got the championship in the sprint, which I'm very happy about, to be part of the team. Might not have done much as Kota did, but still played my part and finished the season. So, and yeah, the main race, I just picked up too many penalties, I think, but I relied on other people's mistakes as well. So that's how I came home in P5, and I'm happy with it. So.
Yeah, I mean it was one of the best finishes that you've done in VDRL this season. So, yeah, congratulations to you two and also the constructors, and we'll see you next season too.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now on to John. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I mean, a good race for you two. I think came home to P7 maybe, or P8 after the penalties. We saw some dodgy tactics for you on the qualifyings, or I don't know if it was tactics or just simple mistakes.
The
But
qualifying.
in both of the qualifying, we saw some impeding of other drivers maybe. So yeah, what is your like thoughts on those? Maybe it was just simple mistakes, or was it strategies?
I mean, we can put this to a lot of segments. Qualifying was an absolute joke because of Crash Dash. Like, I don't know what was his problem. I don't know if it was me calling him pathetic in the chat, but that was quite pathetic. In the race, I was really slow, so I thought when I got into the lead, I was like, everyone is doing what I want them to do. So I drove us like 3 seconds off the pace every lap, let them by before the DRS, and overtook them again. And my plan was to get Meshu in the lead and then try and get him out in front, but then that didn't happen. And then I had to think about the championship and kept Chris behind and basically did the same thing until D-Mag caught up, and then I let D-Mag go and chase it after him. But yeah, pretty terrible race.
Yeah, I mean, you picked up a lot of penalties at the end. I think almost 19 seconds of penalties.
21.
So 20?
21.
Okay, I didn't remember.
Really
that.
bad.
So yeah, but well, hopefully see you next season too. And yeah.
I'll see you next season.
Okay. Now on to Crash Dash. Can you hear me? Okay, I think Crash Dash is not here. So we're gonna end the live streaming at this right now. So thank you guys, everyone, for watching this season of VDRL with a commentator, with me, Ekohor. Thank you guys for watching and giving us support. And now with almost 100 viewers plus on the live streams, thank you guys. I will hopefully be back for next season 2, and yeah, thank you for the creators of this league and the hosts of the league, Mr. Quota and D-Man.